we were in Kelowna. I had gone there to study at the coffee house, and he was going there to study at the coffee house too. And I was just sitting in my car doing something, and then just, hopped out. I don't pay any attention to the world. And I got out of the car, and he was trying to pull into the parking space beside me, and he almost hit me with his car. So then...
And I was going to the coffee house to just do some studying for sound, and which I didn't get anything done because I was catching up with her.
And so we were supposed to be studying, but instead we talked. I think I got one math problem done. I was studying for a math class, and he said he was just pretending. He wasn't actually getting anything done. And it was really funny because while we were in there, people kept coming in that knew me, and they were like, "Oh, Eleya, who's this?" And I was like, an old friend that I haven't seen for a really long time.
The story of us is, so I was delivering furniture for work up northern Iowa, and a pastor came up to me and said, "You're going to meet someone that you're going to spend the rest of your life with." And I was like, "No, there's no way. There's no way." And then I had a dream the night before that I was going to meet someone, and I was like, "No, I'm done with girls." I was done. And then I ran into her at the coffee house.
The last person that walked in was my matron of honor, Sarah's husband, Joel. And it was right before their wedding. And so he was like, "Oh, Eleya, who's this?" And he started talking me up to Jesse. And just, pretty much saying how I was such an amazing woman. And then I found out later that after I had left, he had told Jesse that he should date me, and Jesse was like, thanks,
And then right after, when I went home after that coffee house, there was a guy struggling with a flat tire on the side of the road on Highway 1. And I helped him, and before he left, he said, "You just met the person you spend the rest of your life with." And walked and got in his vehicle and left.
I didn't hear from Jesse for, I think it was like, I don't know, it's like a month. I didn't hear from him. I counted how many days it was before I saw him again. It was 20 days. But I wasn't keeping track or anything.
But I didn't have her phone number, so I was like, well, how do I get in contact with her? Because I'm really horrible with names, so I don't know. Didn't know, couldn't look her up on Facebook, couldn't get her contact, and I was like, well, God, if this is it, then you're gonna have to get in contact with, have her call me or something.
He didn't remember her name, and he didn't know all the connections. He didn't know that Asenath and I were working on the Bible school committee together. He didn't know that all of his brothers were helping with Bible school, and Eleya needed a helper because she had 14 children on her team. And she had said, "He likes children even more than I do, Mom. Why don't we ask him? All the rest of the brothers are helping anyway." And so that's how we got back in contact. So I called him and said, "Would you please help Eleya?" And he's like, "Oh, that's ideal." Now I know where to find her. Well, I think those three experiences that he had, the one in the northern Iowa with the pastor, his dream, and the encounter with the person by the side of the road, there have just been so many pieces that couldn't just have been put. So there are cool connections in a lot of ways.
Hi, Jesse. I can't wait to marry you in just like an hour. I love you so much, and I can't believe God has brought us to this day. I was thinking about what life was like before I started dating you, and I was thinking about what I always imagined my future man would be like, and you're even better than I imagined. And you are truly God's gift to me. You are precious, something that I never want to lose, and I really love you. Happy wedding day, honey.
Eleya, I love you. You don't know it right now, but I have planned a dance for you. And I'm so excited. That's the most terrifying thing to me, is trying to keep that a secret to you. It was hard, and I hope it goes amazing. I'm excited to do the first dance with you, and you don't know anything about it. I love you. I am so happy to spend the rest of my life with you.
Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot and all anxiety? Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot and old anxiety? For all anxiety, my dear, for all anxiety, we'll take a cup of kindness yet for all anxiety.
Well, Jesse and Eleya, the day has finally arrived, hasn't it? This whole idea of marriage is an example of the way Christ loved the church. This wonderful idea that a man and a woman can come together and spend their lives together and fall in love and make a covenant with each other and actually become one flesh. Paul says this is a profound mystery. Later on in that same chapter, he says it's a profound mystery. But rather than explaining it any further, who can explain a mystery? Paul says, I'm actually talking about Christ and the church here. When I talk about marriage, I'm talking about how Christ loved the church. So Jesse, do you solemnly agree before God and these witnesses to take this woman to be your lawful wedded wife, to love and respect her, honor and cherish her, in health and in sickness, in prosperity and in adversity, and leaving all others to keep yourself only unto her so long as you both shall live?
I do.
Eleya, do you in like manner solemnly agree to receive this man as your lawful wedded husband, to love and respect him, and live with him in all faith and tenderness, in health and in sickness, in prosperity and in adversity, and leaving all others to keep yourself only unto him so long as you both shall live?
I do.
And now, Jesse and Eleya, by the authority invested me as a minister of the gospel, and by the state of Iowa, I now pronounce you husband and wife, according to the ordinance of God. What God has joined together, let no man tear apart. Jesse, I know you've been looking forward to this for a very long time. So would you do now what you've never done before, and would you please kiss your bride?
first impression of Eleya is that she's a very bubbly person and outgoing and just real kind. And remember the first time she visited our house and I was folding laundry and she started helping me fold laundry and I was like, okay, that's kind of interesting. I was surprised.
My first impression of Jesse was, I was like, wow, he's such a nice, gentleman. He'd hold the doors open, and he was a really nice guy and very outgoing and talkative.
My first impression of Jesse, well, I thought he was a neat guy. I mean, it was kind of annoying because he would come over every night, though, for a little while, so I was getting a little annoyed with that, but yeah, I thought he was a good guy all the way around.
My first impression of Eleya, just really artsy and creative and bubbly.
She was nice and she was outgoing and she just looked like she wanted to talk to me.
She listened to what you had to say.
She was very talkative.
We kind of hit it all.
Yeah. Everything you said kind of combined.
Christmas dinner early. I know, right? Wow. Came from a vaccination of one of his grandsons.
I just wanted to let you know that if you continue on the same path that you've been walking on this past year and even before that, if you keep loving each other, find ways to serve each other, find those little ways, and it doesn't have to be very big, but find ways to continue dating each other, and I know that you're already planning on doing that.
I wanted to share this verse. It's Ecclesiastes 4:9. It says, 2 are better than 1 because they have a good return for their labor. I thought that was a really good verse for you guys, and just keep God the center of your relationship, and you're both awesome. So, yes.